Hello there. In this particular lecture, we are going to learn about how to check that if a value is a defined or either null in a JavaScript. So let's go to our Visual Studio Code and start the concept. Let's go. So let's first understand the definition of your undefined and null. What is undefined? Well, the undefined is a variable that is declared but not assigned any value yet. It means that you assign a variable, you define a variable, you declare a variable, but you have not assigned a value to it. In that case, it is undefined. Like let a this. Now, in this line of code, what is happening that I am declaring this a, but I'm not assigning any value like this, right? I'm just declaring it. In that case, this a is having undefined. So if I want to print the value of a, I go to my console, you can check I'm getting a undefined here, right? And now similarly, let's comment it down. In null, a value that is intentionally represents no value or empty, right? So basically, if you are having a, right, and you don't want to leave it unassigned, so in that case, you can intentionally assign a no value to it. What it means? It simple means that you can write it like this. Let a equals to null. That's it, right? By doing this, you have intentionally assigned a no value. It means that this a is not having any value, but it is not undefined also. It is having a null value inside of it, which means it is empty. Fine. Yeah. Now if you print it, what you will get? You will get a null here, because you are not having any value and you are having a null inside of it. This null is actually no value. Fine. Yeah. So even if you want to check, you can use if statement also, like if a equals to null. In that case, you print null is printed. Fine. Now let's go to our console. You can see the null is printed because a is having a null inside of it. Now you can see that why I am using these three different equals to sign here. What it means? Well, there's something which you need to understand, is that there are two different ways of comparison. One is by using double equals to mark, right? And the second is by using three equals to, right? Now what the difference in it? Let me show you. This one, this double equals to is actually the loose comparison, and your triple equals to is actually a strict comparison, right? Now what different it creates? Your loose equality, right? Loose equality treats null and undefined as equal, right? Now let's take the example of this. Let's comment it down and see what I'm trying to show you. You are having this example, right? Now if I remove it and I say that a is having a null inside of it, right? And if I print this, what do you think I'm going to get? I'm getting that a null is printed, right? Yeah. Now if I say that this a is equals to undefined, in that case it is not undefined, right? We have assigned a value null, which is having no value, that is, but it is having null inside of it, right? So what do you think I'm going to get? Even this case also I'm getting this null is printed. Why? Because you are using this loose comparison here, and your loose comparison treats null and undefined as equal. Fine. Now in this case, if you put a triple equals to, that is a strict comparison, in that case you are not going to get the uh, printed here, null is printed, this line in your console. Fine. So this is how you work with your null and undefined in JavaScript. I hope you understood the concept very clearly. Let's understand some real world use cases of it. So some real world use case is that if you want to check that whether your API response is empty or not, fine. And if you want to check that the user input is missing or not, or you want to handle some optional properties in objects, so in that cases we use this null and undefined in JavaScript. So thank you so much for watching. This is all for today's video. Thank you so much, and we'll meet in the next video very soon. Till then, make sure that you like the video and subscribe the channel. Goodbye.